Okay, so Anthony, you get to choose the categories of the following: moms in the Bible, what's the T, or abolitionists. Here we go. Toss up for everybody. Good luck. Wait till I finish the question. Remember, just hold it. 3, 2, 1. Osborne Anderson was the sole black raider to escape after the 1859 attack on what arsenal where the Shenandoah and Potomac rivers meet? 3, 2. Anthony? Correct. Here is your bonus. Now you got to work together. Louis Leary died after being wounded at Harper's Ferry. His widow, Mary, was later the grandmother to which poet of the Weary Blues? You got to work together on this. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Langston Hughes. No points on that one. Part 2. Who was called General by John Brown while she helped plan the Harper's Ferry raid, but is now better known as by the nickname Moses? 5 seconds, guys. 4.
If you don't know, just take a guess, bro.
2, 1. You got 10 points on that one. Here we go. You choose a category, Anthony.
You said the next category?
Yeah, you choose.
What's the team?
Here we go. Toss up both teams. Mix iced tea with lemonade to get the drink name for what 62-time PGA Tour winner? Anthony. Correct. Here is your bonus. Mix masala. This is a bonus for you guys. Mix masala spices with milk and tea. You get what seat drink with the Hindi name for tea? Chai. You got 10 points on that one. Part 2 of your bonus. Introduced from China to Japan in the 1100s. What M powder is made from finely ground green tea leaves? Matcha. Correct. Here, you get choose your category again. Here we go. Toss up. Disneyland's Mad Tea Party ride plays the birthday song for what animated movie that inspired the ride? 3. Anthony.
You mean the beat?
Incorrect. Sajan.
Just take a guess, bro.
Alice in Wonderland. You can choose a category again, Anthony. Anthony, you can choose again. Here we go. Toss up both teams. Darjeeling tea gets its name from what place? The place of its origin, a district in what country's West Bengal state? 3. Tyshawn. Correct. Here is your bonus. The world's 4th largest tea producer, British tea. What country's former name of Ceylon is also a type of tea? 5 seconds together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Say anything. Sri Lanka. Part 2 of your bonus. The 3rd largest tea producer is what East African nation where black tea is grown in Nyamimbe, a 12-hour drive from Mombasa? 5 seconds. 4, 2. Kenya. You get no points, but you can choose category. Toss up. Here we go. Childless till age 90. Who became a mother of nation when she bore Isaac to Abraham? 3, 2, 1. Tom. Anthony. Incorrect. Tyshawn.
Sarah.
All right. You choose a category again, Tyshawn. Here we go. Toss up. Formerly the wife of Uriah and the Hittite. Which wife of King David was the mother of King Solomon? 3, 2, 1. Anthony. Time. Take on. Say. Bathsheba. You choose a category again, Tyshawn. Here we go. Toss up. Which mom's third son was Seth, born after the first one was murdered and the other exiled? Tyshawn. Correct. Here is your bonus. Hannah, Judith, Miriam. The priest Eli prays to which barren woman who gives birth to Samuel? Work together on the bonus, guys. Hannah, part 2 of your bonus. Luke says that even in the womb, John accepts Jesus as Lord. John was later called the Baptist, but who was his mom? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Yeah, then your answer. Elizabeth. At the end of round 1, Team Carter 50, Team 2, the Hawk 20. Now can I get Carter against Angel in the center?
He said, it's the way he said. I mean, hey, there could be a bunch of Johnsons.
Here we go. Angel, you get to choose a category. A lot of BFs, K characters, the second 13 states. Here we go. Toss up both teams. Good luck. The first 13 states, including Virginia, ratified the Constitution by 1790. What other B state joined the Union in 1791? Carter. Correct, here is your bonus. What state had once had 16 on its flag to represent the 16th state, plus the word the volunteer state? Yeah, 10 points on that one. Part 2. What 17th state has a flag with 17 stars, 3 near the big O, and 4 closer to the shallow tail end? 2, 1. Captain, your answer? Ohio. But you did get 10 points. Choose a category, Carter. Here we go. Toss up both teams. If your car has an ABS system to help slow it down, what does the B refer to? Carter, yeah, brakes. Braking system or brakes. Just let me finish and I'll recognize it. Here's your bonus, guys. Whether you prefer Frontline or Sesame Street, hopefully you know the P. What is the P in the PBS network? This is bonus, guys. Yeah, you got 10 points on that one. Part 2. A key part of the 2008 financial crisis, an MBS is a security backed by the value of what type of housing loan contracts? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mortgages or mortgage-backed securities. You get 10 points on that. I'll get you the category again, Carter. Here we go. Toss up. If you're working towards a BS degree, the B is for bachelor. What does the S stand for? You can't do it. Team Angel, your chance. No answer. That was science. Get to choose a category again, Carter. Here we go. Toss up. What Gulf Coast state joined the Union in 1812, just 9 years after it was acquired from France? Carter. Correct. Incorrect. Angel.
Louisiana, babe.
Get you the category again, Carter. Here we go. Toss up. DBS, or deep blank stimulation, is a technique for treating Parkinson's and epilepsy. What body part does B stand for? Carter? Correct, here is your bonus. VBS is scripting variant of a programming language built into Microsoft Office applications. What 2 words are abbreviated VB? 3, 2, 1. No answer? Visual Basic, part 2 of your bonus. Before the World Wide Web, a common way to post simple online messages was a BBS. What 2 words does BB represent? Captain, your answer. No answer. It is bulletin board. But you get to choose the category again, Carter. Here we go. Toss up both teams. Which K team volunteers to take her sister Prim's place representing Pan Am District 12 in the Hunger Games? Carter. Correct. That's everything. Here is your bonus. British India is a setting for Kim, a 1901 novel by which Nobel Prize winning K author who also wrote The Jungle Book. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rudyard Kipling. Part 2. Mr. Knightley is the principal K and character in what novel Emma by which Brit? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Captain, your answer. Jane Austen, but you get to choose the category again. Here we go. Toss up. What 15th state is the first state west of the Appalachian split off from Virginia in 1792? 3, 2, 1. Time. Kentucky. And that's the end of the round. At the end of round 2. Team Carter 110. The Hawks 20 points. It is now Jaden versus Cameron in the middle. Jaden, now that you're trailing, your team's trailing, you get to choose a category from on-screen geography, meters, and European city names. Here we go. Toss up. Good luck, everybody. The films Drumline and Driving This Daisy were set in what city where Tyler Perry said, "How's it paint?" Jaden, Georgia. Incorrect. Cameron? Atlanta. Get your category again, Jaden.
Yo, y'all can read the questions, bro.
Toss up. An odometer measures what edible, an meter measures what edible that can be fried or scrambled. Jaden. Correct, here is your bonus. A hippometer doesn't measure hippos, but the height of what other H mammals? Bonus, you guys can work together on this. 5 seconds. 4, their bonus. 3, 2, 1. Horses. Part 2. What type of meter is a fancy word for a clock or a watch? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Captain, your answer?
Just take a guess, bro.
I don't know.
Just take one. Just take one.
Chronometer. Get you the category, Jaden.
European city.
Here we go. Toss up, up team. What European city is called the Eternal City? 3, 2. Jaden. Incorrect, Cameron. Time. It is Rome, but it's time. You're in it. Get choose a category again, Jaden.
One screen geography.
Toss up, both teams. Though come to Chicago, Fox TV's Empire takes place in what city where the adventures of the Amazing Spider-Man unfold? Jaden.
New York City.
Yes, correct. Here is your
Oh my God,
bonus.
if y'all didn't get that, bro.
In the 1990s, who starred as a former funk singer turned vice principal at a Chicago high school years before Family Feud? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, 7 points on that one, part 2. Also set in Chicago, what 1980s and 90s sitcom about the Winslow family introduced us to Steve Urkel? 4, 3, 2, 1. Captain, your answer.
That matters.
Yeah, you got 10
You
points.
got it so
Get choose a category. Get choose a category.
Meters.
Here we go, toss up. Seismologists use a creep meter to measure movement along what sort of fracture in the Earth's crust? Cameron. Incorrect, Jaden?
The surface of the water.
Fault. Fault or fault lines. Get choose a category again, Jaden.
Meters.
Here we go, toss up. A lactometer measures the specific gravity of what organic liquid? Jaden.
Water.
Incorrect, Cameron. Huh? Yeah, you got milk.
You got
your bonus. Hadrons, humidity, hydrocarbons. Which is measured by a hygrometer? 5 seconds. 4, 3. This is where you work together.
Pass
2,
one of the planes.
1. Captain, your answer? Say something. One of those 4. 1 or 2. Incorrect. It is humidity. Part 2. Metal, rock, wood. A xylometer measures the specific gravity of which of these? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. You got 10 points on wood. Get you the category.
Nice.
Toss up. Samuel L. Jackson found snakes on a plane after boarding in what city where criminals are caught by Magnum PI and Hawaii 5-0? Jaden.
White.
Incorrect. Cameron. Correct. You guys got to be careful about saying stuff. Here's your bonus. The original CSI saw baffling murders in what city where the first Hangover film took place? This is the bonus, guys. Las Vegas, part 2. Craig Robinson and Mindy Kaling worked in the office of Gunnar Mifflin of 9 seasons, set in what Pennsylvania city? Yeah, you got 10 points on that one. At the end of round 3, it is Team Carter 150, the Hawk 60. The Hawks, since you are trailing, you will get to choose one of the categories for the final round. Competing, children's lit, the first 10 elements, states from cities, and there's no buzzer needed. So it's all answer. Again, I have to at least get the first word out before you say an answer. Incorrect answer moves the category along. But you can't come back until time runs out.
And if you don't know the answer, you're allowed to say pass.
Sure, yeah.
Are you doing
Yeah, we can do it, yeah, because then we'll get on to the next round. Completing children's lit. Given the author, what word completes the title of the classic children's work? No help from the audience, only this team can answer. No, if you want to play, sign up. Here we go. Good, 2, 1. Bloom, Tales of the 4th Grade.
Pass.
Patterson, Bridge to Blank. Ringgold, Tar Blank.
Sand.
Williams, Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the...
Bus.
Correct. Lindgren, Pippi. Correct. Ray, Curious.
George.
Correct. Gaiman, The Graveyard. Taylor, Roll of Thunder, Hear My. Incorrect. McCloskey, Make Way for Blank. Juster, The Phantom. Incorrect. Bloom, Tales of a 4th Grade.
Hero.
Incorrect. Patterson, Bridge to Blank.
Come on. No way y'all didn't watch this movie, bro.
Ringgold, tar blank. Incorrect. Game in the graveyard. Incorrect. Taylor, roll of thunder, hear mine. Incorrect. McCloskey, make way for. Okay, so you got 5 right. That keeps you in the game. You're leading 210 to 150. Let's go with the answers. If you know it, say it out. Bloom, Tails on the 4th grade. Nothing.
Judy Bloom.
Patterson, Bridge 2. Correct.
No way y'all didn't watch that
Ringgold,
movie,
tar,
bro.
Beach.
Hey, you were close. You said sand.
7, game in the graveyard. Book. 8, roll of thunder, hear mine. Karai.
That book made me
Make
sad.
way for. Duckling. 10, just the tofu. So you have. So Team Carter, you need 2 to win. 2 to win.
Come on, bro.
So you
And y'all can
choose
work
between
together.
the first 10
You guys did
elements
pretty good,
or
though.
states from cities.
If you choose the first and
Wait.
you know I'm gonna get.
Whatever category they go.
Since it's a playoff, since it's a tournament game, you have to actually play the game again to do it.
Can I
Oh, they play.
No, I memorized it.
Yeah, you can write down ones.
Wait, no, did we do that already?
Which one?
Oh, this is
I
brand
think
new.
people in the back.
Yeah, they're brand new. This is a whole new package. Which one you guys want? States.
I do.
Here we go. You need 2 to win. Yeah, this word.
Yeah, y'all can work
Get the
together.
first word out before you answer. Let me say the first word. Given 2 or 3 of his top largest cities, and the answer will come back around, even if you miss. Given the 2 or 3 top largest of his top 10 largest cities, which state is home to? Good luck. Somerville and Hilton Head. Incorrect. Overland Park in Wichita. Correct. Las Cruces and Albuquerque. Correct. Cedar Rapids and Sioux City. Bethlehem and Allentown. Correct. Everett, Renton, and Tacoma. Incorrect. Johnson City and Murfreesboro. St. Joseph and Ferguson. Incorrect. Grand Rapids and Dearborn. Correct. Camden, Clifton, Trenton. Correct. Somerville and Hilton Head. Correct. Cedar Rapids and Sioux City. Incorrect. Everett, Renton, Tacoma. Incorrect. Johnson City and Murfreesboro. So you got 6 right. Let's go over the answers. If you know it, shout them out. Now, Cedar Rapids and Sioux City.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Get back here.
Everett,
What?
Renton, Tacoma. Washington State. Johnson City and Murfreesboro.
North Carolina.
Tennessee.
You're the only
Carolina.
St. Joseph and Ferguson. Missouri. Ferguson, that's where the Michael Brown rides. We have, we have Team Carter the winner, 415 to 210.
Bro.
No.
Not a school.
Oh my God.